Inner peace sounds so abstract, right? But what if it wasn't some mystical state you had to go find on a mountaintop? What if it was a skill you could actually build? Well, today, we're going to explore exactly that. How to forge a sense of calm that can weather any storm, especially when life feels like way too much.
And I don't just mean car horns and notifications. I mean the emotional noise. That constant hum of what you should be doing, what other people think, and the deadlines that never seem to stop. It can feel like your own sense of calm isn't even yours anymore, like it belongs to whatever's happening around you.
And this quote, it just nails it. Real peace isn't about creating a life with zero stress. Good luck with that. It's about developing the ability to feel all those things, the frustration, the anxiety, without letting them take over the driver's seat. It's about mastering your response, not getting rid of the chaos.
Okay, so first things first. To find that peace, we have to understand where we lost it. And spoiler alert, it all starts with the noise happening inside our own heads.
So let's dive into a little bit of the science behind our reactions, because this is huge. Once you understand the biology of why you feel what you feel, you can stop beating yourself up for it. It's not a character flaw, it's just mechanics.
This right here is a game changer. Your brain's #1 job, its prime directive, is not to make you happy. Nope, it's to keep you safe. We're all walking around with this ancient survival machine in our skulls, trying to navigate a very modern world.
And that's exactly where things get tricky. Our ancestors' brains were on the lookout for, saber-toothed tigers. Our brains today see a critical email from our boss or a rude text message and interpret it with that same level of alarm. To your brain, an emotional threat can feel just as real and dangerous as a physical one.
The culprit here is a tiny, almond-shaped part of your brain called the amygdala. Think of it as your body's smoke detector. When it goes off, it triggers that whole fight, flight, or freeze response. Your heart starts pounding, your stomach gets all tight, and your mind just spirals with what-ifs. The most important thing to get here is that this is not a sign of weakness. It's biology, pure and simple. So think of your nervous system kind of like a car. You've got the sympathetic system, that's your gas pedal. It revs you up and gets you ready for action. But, and this is the crucial part, you also have a brake, the parasympathetic system. That's what lets you slow down, rest, and recover. The whole secret to inner peace is learning how to consciously hit that brake when you need it most. I absolutely love this metaphor. You can't stop the waves of emotion, anger, sadness, fear, from showing up. They're part of being human. But you can learn how to surf them, how to ride them without getting wiped out. That skill, that's inner peace. Just take a second and think about it. We all have those moments. When was the last time you let that initial gut reaction just take over? Now, what might have changed if you just found a tiny pause before you spoke or acted? That little space, that's where all your power is. That's where peace is born. Now, that knee-jerk reactivity isn't just uncomfortable in the moment. When you're living in that state all the time, it comes with a price, a really high one actually, that impacts your entire well-being. See, when we're constantly just reacting, we're basically handing over the remote control for our emotions to the outside world. A nice comment makes your day. A critical one ruins it. That's not freedom. It's a kind of emotional dependency. And honestly, it is completely exhausting. And it's not just a feeling of being tired. It's physical. Living on high alert floods your body with the stress hormone cortisol. And over time, that constant drip, drip, drip of cortisol can wear down your immune system, mess with your sleep, and just keep your mind in overdrive.
And then there's the emotional hangover, right? You replay that stupid thing you said. You feel guilty or ashamed. But maybe the deepest cost of living this way is that you start to lose trust in yourself. It's pretty much impossible to feel peaceful if, deep down, you're always afraid you might just snap.
So let's get real for a second. Where does this show up for you? Is it at work? With a certain family member? And what's the feeling that's really driving it? Is it fear? Is it insecurity? Just being able to name that emotion is the very first step toward taking your power back. Okay, we have talked a lot about the problem. So let's shift gears and talk about the solution. This is your toolkit. 6 practical, real things you can start doing, like today, to reclaim your sense of calm. Our first 3 tools are all about shifting your mindset. First up, the pause. It's so simple it's almost silly, but when you feel triggered, just take one deep breath before you do anything. It literally interrupts your brain's panic signal. Second is detachment with compassion. This just means you care, but you don't cling. And third is surrender. This isn't giving up, it's letting go of what you can't control and trusting yourself to handle what comes next.
Let's just double-click on that idea of detachment, because a lot of people get this wrong. It is not about being cold or not caring. It's the opposite. It's about caring so much that you refuse to let your inner well-being be yanked around by external results. It's a form of emotional strength, pure and simple.
All right, the next 3 tools are practical habits. Number 4, build rest in. Even a 5-minute break away from your screen lets your brain reset. 5, protect your peace with boundaries. Learn to say no kindly but firmly. Remember, every yes that costs you your peace is a no to your own well-being. And 6, develop a grounding ritual. When you're overwhelmed, just feel your feet on the floor, name one thing you can see, and take a slow breath. It's like a little reset button for your nervous system.
So, here's a final question for you. What are you white-knuckling right now? What outcome are you trying to force? Just imagine for a second, what would it feel like to unclench your fists and just let go? Imagine the relief.
And this all leads us to maybe the most important takeaway of all. Inner peace isn't some destination you finally arrive at one day. It's a practice. It's something you do, day in and day out.
Unshakable peace is built in these tiny, conscious moments. It's forged in the breath you take before you send that angry text. It's in the choice to rest instead of pushing through exhaustion. It is built in every single moment you decide that your inner calm is just not up for negotiation.
And this says it all, doesn't it? The goal isn't a perfectly quiet, problem-free life. I mean, who has that? The goal is a quiet mind within that life. So the next time things feel like they're just too much, remember you have the tools. Pause, breathe, and remind yourself, nothing outside of you has the power to disturb the peace you've built within.